Okay, chalo. So what would be our today's topic? Grep, ser and awk. So what is grep? What is said? What is awk? Why are we using them? Then we go ahead. Let's see what happened to our instance. Pending state. Yeah. Okay, sure. Good. So now let's start off with grep, ser and awk. Okay. So what is grep? Okay. And what are these actually, and why do we need them? So these three are called as command line utilities actually. So command line utilities. Okay. We will be running these commands. Okay, probably you can write it as a script in a file and run it, or you can run it directly from a command line actually. So when you run all this commands, it either actually starts doing its job on a set of files present in a directory or a file system, or else what does it do? Or else it actually it searches inside a file, it finds things inside a file or something. So thing is that it is something which works inside a file, okay, or which works on a directory structure. Okay, so what is grep? Any idea what is grep? Global regular expression print. Grep is nothing but global regular expression print. Okay, so what does it mean actually? Let me write it down. Expression print. So if you want to, okay, print search something, okay, for let's say if you want to search a file for a string or for a number or for a pattern, then it finds whatever you want to search and then it prints the result, okay, or it returns us with the result whatever it is found. Okay, let's say I wanted to find a name in a file. So once I search for a name in a file, if at all it finds a name, it is supposed to return it back to me with an input, with an output saying that yes, I have found it. So how is it doing? It is doing, now how is it returning it out? So it is saying, it is printing the output saying that yes, I have found something. So these are the places where I have found it. Okay. So that is what grep is doing. Okay. So it is called as global regular expression print. Okay, so it will search and search files for the for strings, for patterns and everything, or numbers, whatever you want, and then it prints it on the screen. Okay, so how does it work in a backend? Just tell me. Very simple. So starting from the first line of a file, what does it do? Starting from first line of a line, it reads all that data, okay, and pushes into some sort of buffer string, okay. So then it starts comparing the value in that buffer string with the value which we wanted to match. So if both of it is found, it prints it out, or else it pops out the data. If it is not same, then it goes ahead and copies the next value into the next line into the buffer string, and then again it keeps on checking for it. Okay, so now for doing for now for what do you say sudo -i for just seeing some practice examples. So let's create some sample file. Yeah, sample dot, let's say txt file only. I'll say. Sorry. What should we write here? Let's write some value here. Apple, oracles, ball, bat, cat, mat, pen, pet, what else? Cat, pen. I'm just trying to add some similar patterns. That's it. Okay. Book. Okay. Boot. What else? Let's add some plurals as well somewhere, like apples, pets, books, boots. Okay, some random data. Just open a sample file and we have written some data in it. Cat sample.txt. It's all data we have inside our sample file. Okay, so what do we want to do with our sample file now? Okay, so let's see what we want to do with our sample file. Oh, let's see. Let's search for some pattern P. So it says P is there in pen, pets, pet and pets. So if you want to search it for some other pattern, let's say books. So it's then book, boat, books, boats. So and all this, whatever pattern you wanted to search is there. You wanted to search P. Where is P? It is not only going to search in the stat of a file or something. It is going to read the entire string and tries to match the pattern and then gives you an output. Okay. So now let's say you got some data. You're getting some data. but you want to know in which line this data is actually is, because it is hardly 10 to 12 lines of data which you have written. So it's very easy for us to find out, hey, it's here, Apple is in first row and books is in last one what row. We do last one what line, we do know it. So how are we going to know the numbers? So first one, Apple is in first line, okay, and pets is in 12th line, pin is in 8th line. So isn't it true? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Already among 14, where is last P found? In 12th one. So whatever value it is displaying is correct. It is now, what is it trying to do? It is trying to print you the output, okay, whichever is having what? Whichever is having a pattern P along with the line numbers. It is not only going to print it just like that, but it is going to print it along with the line numbers. Okay. So now you want to find out something. Hey, now let's say Funny has come up saying, Spandana, I don't want to print letters which all are having P, but I want to print letters which is not having P now. So now what would I do? Grep hyphen V doesn't want the letters which are there in P. So it tries to print the letters which are not having P. So all the words which are not having P. Let's say we need, and now Sudhakar has come up saying, Spandana, I want it along with the line numbers. It's not only the letters, but along with the line numbers. You can combine, a pattern, what do you say, hyphen N, hyphen V, all this, you can just combine them up as per your requirement. So these are few options where it says hyphen N says, what does hyphen N say? Hyphen N is saying, I'll print out output along with the line number. Hyphen V is saying, I'll print output along with the negative scenario. It's like it is giving me, these are all options, different options which you have. So based on your necessity, you can print out. So now my option is, it's become something like this, that I need to print output, negative output along with the line numbers. So that's the reason why I've used hyphen VN. Okay. Just saying something. What is the C saying about? What is the C saying? It is doing nothing but it is counting the number of occurrences in a file. So how many times this letter P, and how many lines this letter P is there inside a file. So how many times is it there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's the reason why it is given 6. Book, book, boot, books, boots. So 4 times it is there. So that's the reason why it is printed 4. Okay. So now I'm saying pattern yes. Okay. So what is this yes doing? So it is grep -l some pattern with star. Okay. So what is it exactly doing? I didn't give a file name over here, but what did I give over here? What I gave here is nothing but the folder, wherever the folder, wherever we are, the current directory location, there I have run this command. What does it do? It's doing nothing but it is listing out all the files which has S inside it. It's trying to list all the files which has S inside it. Okay. So grep -l option prints file name, okay, file names that have the matching pattern. That's it. So -l. If you want to print it within a file, you are using -n, -v, -n, or no option even. So, but when you want to print it outside within the file structure, then you use -l. Okay. So star says it's all, and you didn't specify any directory, so it picks it up from the current directory. Okay. Let's go back once to our file. Yeah, sample.txt. You might quickly come back and ask me one question, Spandana. I've added, what did I add? I've added capital letters. So it went ahead and printed some data which is having books and boot, which are with the capital letters. Books and boot somewhere. Okay. So now we can see two of them. VO, VO. Okay. So they are matching, it's printed. So now that's fine. Whatever pattern you're giving there, it is printing. It's fine. It is working fine. But what if you have to print some data based on a string? It's not about whether it is written in a capital letter or in a small letter. You have to ignore the case whether it is in capital or small. You have to print out. You just need, what you want is whether data is present there or not. That is what we need. It's not CIO. Go ahead and use -i, which says ignore the case. So -i, it is printed whatever data you have with small letters and even with capital letters as well. So now -il, it's again a combination which we are using. It says I need output with along with the line numbers. That's the reason why I've used -in. Okay. I think pen pets or something. pet. See, even it's a small mixture of small and capital letters as well. Just trying to print out all of the data. Okay. Not printing anything. Capital loss, financial year. Yep. It's now printed. Right. So what is happening here? I have printed BOO. Other time when I used BOO, it is printed out data, just having books, boot, boots, books, boot, whatever. It is printed out everything. So now, why is it not using it? Why is it not printing it out? Okay, just tell me why is it not printing it out? Now when I used Captain PET earlier, it is printing out all the data which is having PET pets and even in the higher string. So but when I used here, PET it is printed out only once. What is the difference? What is happening to it? Thing is nothing but -X means exact match. Speaks about the exact match. So how many times we have pet inside the file? Very simple, we have it only once. If you want to print book, let's see how many times it prints it out, because we have book and books as well, right? So it has printed it only once. You have books. And in that file, BOK is also there, which is also almost similar to that pattern. But still it is not fetching it and printing it. But it is printing only the exact match. Okay. grep-a what is it doing? -A3. What is it doing? So I wanted to search book. Wherever book is there, it is printing value of book highlighted, and it is trying to, I said 3. I wanted 3 lines of it. So it is printing the next 3 lines. Let's say, let's change it from 3 to 2 and see whether there is a change or not. See, it is now printed only 2 of the lines. It is not printed everything, but it has printed only 2 of the lines. After book, so after book we have boot and apples. Okay, so and after books we have boots and books. So only those data which have printed. So why, when do we need this? So it is some scenarios we want to know, what is the data present even in the next line of even in the next line after matching the pattern. We want to find what is the data present even in the next line. In such scenario, we use -A followed by the number of lines, 2 or 1 or 3 or 10, whatever it is based on your interest. It is number of lines you want to print after it, you have to specify it after hyphen A. So all other options which you have used are small letters, whereas the option hyphen A is the capital letter. Apart from that, everything will be in small letter. So now let's go ahead and see a few pattern matches in with regular expressions and special characters as well, so which would finish grep. Okay. Now what is okay, O, we will go ahead and do O. Caps lock. K dollar, it says find a line which is having E or K or O or T, whatever is your letter you want, at the end of the line. Let's try with T as well and see how many it gets. Cat, bat, cat, mat, pet, boat, whatever. These are all with T. What it is ending with T, print out all the stuff which is ending with T. It has printed it, right? So if you want to print it out with any other what do you say? Any other pattern. You don't know with what it is started, but you know with what pattern it is ending. In that scenario, how are you going to print it? So if you want to, let's say most of the time we'll search patterns with, hey, it is boat, so I know it starts with BO, so I'll search it with BO. It usually does it. But when you say dollar, some pattern with dollar, it says that this part, the word which I want to search should end with this particular pattern. It's like pet T, pin, sorry, mat T, cat T, bat T. So whatever it is there, it is trying to print it out. Okay. Hyphen E is again a capital one. Apart from that, everything is small, right? What should I use? Let's see. Books. Spandana, you said books. And why is it printing book even? So where I said question mark, which says that the last character which is specified in the pattern is optional. It could be book or books. Similar way, let's use pet. Says pets or pet, which means that the last letter is optional. Whatever pattern matches you have till first three characters, it's pets, it's 4 characters. So whatever pattern matches you have till first 3 characters, just print it out. That's it. Apple. Let's say use something I have written. Okay, I have written something. So now I want, there are special characters even inside our file now. So now I want to print the file, print the lines which are having only these special characters. So how am I going to do it? Slash, what is a special character? Dollar. Close everything we are specifying double quotes. This is the one which is specifying it in a single quote, right? So it went ahead and searched for pattern dollar, and whatever it is finding, it is printing it out. See, it is your wish how you want to print it. I wanted it along with the line numbers. That's the reason why I've included -n. So there's no point using -I here because special characters are not case sensitive, right? So this is all about grep and different options and different pattern matches we have seen in grep. So you are clear with grep, or you want me to explain or something? You have any doubts? Okay, chal, I'll go ahead. What is said? Streamline editor. What is said? It is streamline editor. So anyone knows what is said? Okay. So what is said? It's nothing but stream editor. It's not stream, but it's stream editor. Streamline or stream editor we call. So earlier you're saying, Spandana, it is a regular expression print. So now you're saying something called as an editor. You know, what is the difference? From the name itself, we can identify. So if you want to find some data and display it on your screen, what did we use? Print. You want to find some data, okay, and you want to edit that data. What are you using? Set. When you want to edit some data, what should we use? Set. Set should be used to edit some data. So, Spandana, you have VI editor. So why you need the stream editor to edit some data inside a file? Very simple question. So VI, I'll open a file, whatever I want, I'll say, let's say vi sample.txt, whatever I have. I mean, it's a small file. Let's say it's 1,500 line, file. So how am I going to? If I have to find where is book, will I scroll down and see where is book, where is book, where is book, line by line, line by line? I'll not do it like this, right? Escape / book. So it finds it out where it is. I press N, it takes me to the next option where book is there. Okay, so this is how I find it. So now if I have to edit wherever book is there, I have to replace it with look, let's say. So I have to find it. Okay, so after finding it, then I have to go in good insert mode, change this book to look, and then go ahead. Okay. So, but what do I want? I don't want it to happen like this, because in such long files, how much time would it take? I might miss out a place where I have to change. If it's really a, let's say it's a word pad, when you do Control F, what do we get? We get an option to search and replace. We have an option. So the same functionality, we are getting it here as well. Okay. let's say set hyphen E. Everything should be specified with the tag. Okay. So now what did it do? It changed wherever book is there, it has changed it to look. Look, look. Okay. Cat sample.txt. But what is there inside? Book is there. It is not replaced. So it is not replaced inside a file, but it is temporarily changing you the data whenever it is trying to get it on the screen. It is changing you the data, and it is showing it to you. Okay. So hyphen E is an option when we use that we don't want to make actually changes to our file, okay, but we want to actually, when I want to print this data onto screen, or it could be a temporary change, okay. So it's not a it's not a, one which is overwritten in the file, but one which is overwritten in the shell where it is displayed, okay. So now go ahead and see some other options. Set hyphen E again. Yep. Book, look, let's use hyphen option G. So hyphen E also worked in a similar pattern, right? Yes. Okay. Okay. What is option G? It says that greedy, okay. So when you say G, it says that greedily change how many ever, it's not like one or two occurrences or three or four occurrences in a file, but it says it's 1500 lines of file and you have this word occurring 1200 times. So change it the entire 1200 times. It's not only one or two times, but it's all 1200 times. It says that I go ahead and change the file greedily. Okay, so that is what it says. So now we have, I said, Spandana, you're telling me it is what is it doing? It is just displaying data, or it is just making changes in the shell where it is being executed. But Spandana, whatever changes I have made, I want it as an input, or I want that copy actually with me. So what should I do, Spandana, to have a copy of it? Look, normal one which we used. So redirection operator, right? Didn't show us anything on screen, but we have a separate file1.txt created. Cat file1.txt. So now file1.txt has the actual changes. Look and looks has been appended in file1.txt. which means to say that, what is it saying? Which means to say that now whatever output and whatever addition, actually whatever I'm trying to make changes with the editor on the screen. Now I'm trying to append that, create a new file with that data and then use it for my, which can be used for some other purpose, right? So let's say I want one is, let's say I have all, in my file I have a variable var1, let's say. So now var1 is being used by Funny, and Sudhakar comes up and says and writes somewhere var1 as well, or let's say he has used var1, var2, var3 is the variable naming convention. But Sudhakar, he has newly joined this project and he doesn't know. So that's a naming convention. So he has added as variable 10 instead of var10. So now he has to change it. So it is changed to one or it's at var10 is used in one or two places inside a file. It's very easy for him to log in and change it. And if at all it's 10 times there in a file and he forgets to change it even one time, it leads to errors, right? So to overcome it, what should he do? So now he will make another file, okay, with all the new changes, saying that Spandana, where it says to system, he says to system, wherever variable 10 is there, replace it with var10 and write it to this file. So after that he can simply replace that file with a new file. That's enough actually, right? So rather than going and seeing it, finding it, making changes to it, rather than that, this is a easy scenario, right? So now I have one more option. Now sample.txt itself is edited. So if you want to edit the same file, come up saying Spandana, it's like, why do we do a best practice is, why, copy it to another file and make changes to the, then we try to replace it or take a backup of this file and move it over here, is if at all there is some failure scenario, at least it is working, at least 50% of your program functionality, it's, or else 100% of the program functionality is working fine. It's only a variable name, but by mistakenly some change is made somewhere, and again now your entire files tries to run, give an error whenever it is running. So rather than sitting and again making all those changes back and trying to find out where exactly by changing this name I'm getting this issue, simple, we take a backup of this file and save it somewhere and just move the new file1 to sample.txt. So even though it is giving some issue, simply you can replace the new sample.txt with the old sample.txt file, which is at least it is running fine. So that's the reason maximum we prefer to write it to another file and replace, and then move that file over to the location. So but now it's like I want actually changes to be made directly into the file. So I use -I option. So now just go ahead and simply revert to whatever we did. Look to, let's change it to cook. See, look is now changed to cook, right? That's it. So after this we have said with regular expressions, okay? So regular expression, we'll see it said with regular expressions after this. So any doubts so far?
I'm fine, Spandana.
Okay, fine.
Spandana, if you are okay with that, let's once we complete with the batch scripting, okay, we'll write a script by using all these options. Is that okay with you?
What script you want us to write?
I mean, any script. Like if you for example, like we'll have a etc password or etc something files are there in Linux, right?
Uh-huh.
So anyways, it's a AWS machine. We can delete it, right? So by modifying that, by using all these options, we can write a small script and we can execute it, right?
Yeah, we can write it and execute it. Better that you try to do it from your end. If you're stuck somewhere, we'll come back and see it.
Okay. Even I'm working on step and I'll let you know by tomorrow.
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
So I guess we don't have any doubts so far. So we have said with regular expressions. I just don't want to start it and stop it in the middle. So it's only one command that could be done for only 5 minutes. So what we'll do is we'll complete said and regular expressions and awk. So both of them will be covered in tomorrow's session. Okay?
Okay, Spandana.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Yeah, okay, bye-bye. Sudhakar,
Yeah, that's fine.
uh, it's okay for you?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, chalo then. Bye-bye.
Bye.